Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Good evening and welcome from the pit, Everett High School, home of the Seagulls, as we are ready for Wesco 3A action tonight. Boys basketball between the home team, the Everett Seagulls, and the Meadowdale Mavericks. PA announcer giving out the starting lineups right now, and as I look over at the one and only five-tool player, Todd Elvick, are we going to listen in here to the starting lineups?
We can do that.
Let's go ahead and do that real quick.
Number 3, Hinnock Teske. For the Gulls, number 2 at the wing position, a junior, Isaiah White. Starting for Meadowdale, number 5 at guard, a junior, Jamin Wright. For the Gulls, number 3 at the wing position, junior, Ty Bloomfield. Number 12 for the Mavericks, at forward, a senior, Malik Robinson. And number 15 for the Gulls, starting at the wing position, a junior, Mo Jada. Number 20 for the Mavericks, at forward, a senior, Devin Waldrop Weathers. And number 23 for the Gulls, starting at the point guard position, senior Danny Savovich. Rounding out the lineup for the Meadowdale Mavericks, number 25 at center, a junior. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
And we are back once again. Road team, the Meadowdale Mavericks in the blue unis tonight. This is a league game. Wesco Seagulls getting it done on both sides of the floor, if you will. I guess maybe just on one side. Seagulls getting it done on both sides of the floor, if you will. I guess maybe just on one side. I meant offensively and defensively. Meadowdale doesn't even get across the line there. And the Gulls now with their second possession of the game, swinging the ball around. We'll get you caught up on some names here in just a moment. That's number 3, Ty Bloomfield, floats one up. And there we go, Isaiah White one more time. Coming in there and tipping in the offensive rebound into the bucket. White with a steal. He's going to try to take this one himself. A little hip hop to the hoop. Puts it up and just a little too far off the backboard there. Couldn't quite convert a 4-0 start to the game here thus far. We mentioned it already. White, their leading scorer for Everett. 4 games into the season. Little spin move there, kick out. Right corner, three-point ball up and in. That's Devin Waldrop Leathers. Started off his career at Mount Lake Terrace High School. Brother was a quarterback at MTHS for a short time. Shouldn't say a short time, for his high school career. Devin getting it done at another school in the Edmond School District. There we go, ball down low, kicked out, three-point ball in the corner, hits it! Ty Bloomfield with a three, matches what Meadowdale did on their last possession down the floor. Bloomfield, who had 25 points the other night in a game that was broadcasted right here on STSPN. Looking to keep the hot hand going here. Meadowdale 2-3 on the season overall. 0-2 in league play. Had a heartbreaker of a loss on Friday. There's a open look. That's number 12, Malik Robinson, who's been shooting 40% from the three-point line. Offensive board, however, and laying it up and in. That's Jamin Wright. He averages 16 points per game. Wright getting on the board. And right back at the other end, wasting no time. That's number 33, Hayden Canaxis. He's averaging close to 11 points per game. On the other end, the bucket and the foul. Jamin Wright getting his second basket in as many trips down the floor. First foul of the game for either team, getting called on Isaiah White. Wright will shoot the end one. Ball is up, and Meadowdale, just as that one off the front lifter, has a chance to take the lead. 7-7 tie right now. 5:20 to go here in the first quarter. And Axis down low, gets the ball stripped from him. That's number 25, David Jansen. Mavs wasting no time, a little pass down low, but bad away. Nice defense there, he's up to 15. And there's a bucket on the other end. Isaiah White with 6 points here in the first quarter. 9-7 lead for the Seagulls. Landon Gunnan, basketball here, just a little more than 3 minutes in. There's a three ball. Doesn't quite get in there. Number 5, David Wright started that one up, and wasting no time back on the other end. Isaiah White with another basket. Going down for 8 right now. Mavericks by himself. 11-7, 4-point lead here for Everett. 3.5 minutes into the game. Into the lane, a little floater. Overhand, Robinson getting on the board for the first time tonight for Meadowdale. Senior guard, 6'1". Number 23, Danny Savavic, maybe you mentioned his name. First team All-Wesco last year. There's Savavic from the corner. Hits it! Said we hadn't mentioned his name yet, we must have heard. He wanted to stop him. Free ball. Good. Team 9 Everett, the largest lead of the night. 5 points. They're a team that only won 3 games last year, however, one of them was against Everett. Nice drive on the baseline, kick out. Corner, three from the left side. Not quite. Drop Leathers. Everett again, wanting to come right back down the floor. Mavs on their toes. Savavic into the key, pulls one up, feet out, back on him. Nice job by Hanuk. Teske getting the rebound. Todd Elvick, I haven't done a game in 3 years, and these guys are keeping me on my toes here. No need for a shot clock here tonight, apparently.
Yes. No, and I'm back with you now because we just had a couple of little technical glitches, but we're good to go.
Were we on the air the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. So everybody's seen all the action here, all 23 points. And it could be more here in a moment. There's a spin move into the lane. 1 second on the shot clock. The shot is missed. That was Wright with the attempt. White coming in. And I think we're going to have our second foul of the game called. It's just a matter of if they're going to say it was shooting or not. And we also get our first substitution of the night. Isaiah Parker checking into the game for Everett. Foul was called on number 3, Teske, his first team foul against Meadowdale. Savavic thought about a 3 there. Referees tonight, by the way, Jeremy Sapinski, Aaron Keller, who had been away for a couple years, back on the beat there. There's a nice bucket there by Canaxis. Down along the baseline, up and in, 7-point lead for Everett. And Doug Jewell, the other official tonight. Always appreciate the job that the local officials do. There's a shortage of them these days. There's a steal, pass up ahead. Kanaxis with a jam! Hayden Kanaxis throws it down with authority. And the Seagulls have doubled up the Mavericks here with 2:24 to go in the first quarter, 18-9. We will take a quick break. You're watching STSPN. And we're back from the pit. Joe Richer Court here at Everett High School. Seagulls 1-3 record overall. Fortunately for them, 2 of those games were non-conference. They're 1-1 in league play right now. With a 9-point lead here. They got their first win of the season last Friday. Last game they played a 3-point win over Cedar Crest. We mentioned Bloomfield with 25 points in that game. Meadowdale slowing things down a bit for the first time tonight. There's a baseline drive, kick down below. Going up and getting the shot blocked. That was David Jansen with the attempt. Kanaxis with the defense. Kanaxis with the ball right now. Little stutter step into the lane, floats it up, finger roll up and in. Kanaxis now with 6 points. It's 20-9. Everett, the team we all thought might be one of the top contenders in Wesco this year, reminding us of why that was. There's a 3-point ball from the right shoulder. That one is out. Hanak Teske with the shot. Here comes Everett one more time, already with 20 points in the quarter, looking for more, and they hit it! Hayden Kanaxis catching fire all of a sudden. Didn't call his name for the first few minutes, and all of a sudden he's got 9 points, 23-9. Minute 5 to go here, first quarter. Driving the lane sharply is Jansen. He's going to go up and draw contact. We're going to call that on number 11. Isaiah Parker, a 2-shot foul. Only 3 fouls called in this first quarter thus far. 2 on Everett, 1 on Meadowdale. And David Jansen will step to the line shooting 2. First shot is up and in. 23-10. Meadowdale, a 2-point loss to Shorewood on Friday night. Heartbreaker, too. They were up by 6 with about a minute and a half to go. Also lost a 3-point game to Monroe earlier in the week. So they're 0-2 in league play, and their 2 losses have been by a combined 5 points. Right through the wickets there as they were looking for another bucket there. That was Mohammed Juma, who was into the game for the first time. Exactly 1 minute to go here, first quarter, 23-10. Everett putting on an offensive clinic, and really defense too for that matter. Some of the baskets have come in transition. Meadowdale kicks it out. That's number 21, Noah Million. He just entered the game for the first time. Million with the ball over on the right wing right now. There's Jamin Wright. He's going to look for a 3. He connects. The Nets are getting a workout tonight. Both of these teams connecting often and having a good time. There's a dive on the floor there. Juma kicks it up ahead to White, who then feeds it to Kanaxis, and he throws it down. He's got 11. 25-13. We're still in the first quarter. Shot clock is off. We're down to 9 seconds to go. Right into the lane. Underhand left-hander gets it to fall. Certainly doing his part. He's got 9. There's a half-court shot off the front iron. It would have counted. And what a first quarter. 40 combined points between these two teams. Everett, however, has 25 of them. 10-point lead as we head to the second quarter. You're watching STSPN.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
We head to the second quarter of action. And Todd Elvick, I was just telling you, when you haven't done one of these games in 3 years, you need a little bit of a chance to build up your rhythm again. These guys aren't exactly playing half-court ball. Giving me a workout there. Nice steal. That's number 1, Juma for Everett, and apparently steps on the out-of-bounds line. We're having some fun up here tonight. Maybe do something interesting at halftime, too. I had it all planned out, Todd. I was going to try to get the ASB president, McKenna from Everett, up here. I actually work with her with the Everett Aqua Sox, and thought we'd get a feel for what the pulse of Everett High School is like this year, and she's not even here at the game. So, McKenna, if you're out there listening, hop in your car, get over here. You got 7 minutes and 35 seconds. Drive into the lane, kick out, 3 ball up. Left it just a little bit short. That was Teske. Meadowdale getting a second chance. Floater from in the lane. Bounces around a few times. Falls off. That was Malik Robinson trying to get the bucket. Juma to Canaxis. Kicks it out into the corner. Nice job swinging it around. 4 passes. 1 layup, and it's missed. Canaxis trying to get the board over the back. Couldn't do it. Jamin Wright comes up with it for Meadowdale. 40 points in the first quarter, and so far a minute in now, we have 0 points in the second quarter. And slowing down a bit. Perhaps this is it. There's a 3-ball swish. And Teske, his first points of the night. Meadowdale within 7. It's far from over. There was a movie with Sylvester Stallone that used that title. There's a ball down low on the block there. Shot goes up from White. Doesn't get it to fall, but he does draw contact. He's going to go to the free throw line. And Devin Waldrop Leathers with his first penalty of the game. 2 fouls each on these two teams here. Nobody really in danger from an individual standpoint, or for that matter, for being in the bonus. White floats that one up and in. 8 points in the first quarter, gets another one.
What's KRKO doing this week?
Oh, you put me on the spot. Yes. Beats the heck out of me. Actually, I do know that. I'll answer that here in just a second now that I think about that. White with another bucket, up and in. Tom Lafferty going to be at, I believe, Monroe High School tomorrow night. They're doing a girls' game, Monroe and Snohomish. The Bearcats and the Panthers doing battle. And there's a steal, kick ahead. White dunks it. Isaiah White, 4 points here in the second quarter, 12 overall. He's now the leading scorer. Canaxis has 11. It's a pretty nice percentage, the two of them with 23 of the 29 points, and that ball goes sailing out of bounds. Going to bounce off a garbage can down the hallway, and behind the bleachers there, they'll track that one down.
Over by the construction people.
Is that what's going on? Yeah, the construction people for the, I see them over there now. I thought they were wearing those just in case the lights go out and we can find everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of both, but theme night tonight. Construction outfits down there. We see a couple of hard hats too. Hard at work as the Everett basketball team. Juma drives the lane, leaves it a little bit short. Meadowdale bringing the ball up slowly. Everett on a 4-0 run right now. Meadowdale trying to put an end to that. A little catch back and forth there. Pass into the corner, 3-ball up. Off the back iron, nice rebound there. That was number 1, Tate Lynch, 5'10" junior guard. Getting his first action of the night. Nice drive to the lane. They're going to say a foul occurred before the drive, however. It was Malik Robinson, the 6'1" senior guard that drove. 5:32 to go here, first half. Again, a lot of action, a lot of scoring in that first quarter. It has slowed down now. Everett with a 4-3 advantage here in the second quarter, and we're already 2.5 minutes in. Get a few substitutions there as it looks like Savovic coming back into the game. Savovic, the, again, 6'1" senior who was first team All-Wesco last year. Danny in a little bit of a slump by his own, based on what we've come to expect from him. Only averaging about 11 points per game. I have a feeling he'll be averaging a lot more than that by the time the season's over. And there's a hand check right there. Isaiah White had the first of those 2 consecutive fouls. That's his second. This one, however, is going to get called on Avery Thompson. Name sounds familiar there. Head coach Bobby Thompson's son. Bobby, the 1996 graduate from Everett High School. Both of these teams coached by their alums. And there's another hand check, and all of a sudden Everett getting a little handy out there. And that one's also going to be called on Thompson. Thompson family busy around here. Laney, Avery's twin on the girls basketball team. There's a shot down low. It misses. That was Malik Robinson with the attempt. And Lily, the older daughter, she's currently over at Whitman playing volleyball. There was an attempt there, 2 attempts actually by Canaxis that comes off. I wrote down all these nice little notes at home before I came here, Todd. Was ready to go. Again, first game in 3 years, and it's sitting on my my table at home.
You have to stop off at the radio station and get the game packet from Tom.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Tom puts together these nice, neat game packets. There's a nice little hook shot. Doesn't quite go. That was Mo Jada there with the shot. Ball goes out of bounds, Meadowdale basketball. But, yeah, similarities with the coaches. Bobby's an alum, class of 1996. Roger O'Neill, again, written down on the notes, class of 2008 in his 8th season at Meadowdale as the head coach. And, of course, he has a family full of Meadowdale athletes. There's a pass that sails out of bounds, 4:26 to go here. His sisters Kelly and Kristen, star players at Meadowdale. They both played in a state championship game for Meadowdale and lost that game. Both played at the University of Washington. Little WNBA stop there along the way. He has a brother that played basketball or baseball at St. Martin's, and he followed his path to go there. There's a steal, and the layup is missed. Jamin Wright had the look he wanted, couldn't get it to go. 3 ball on the other end, bounces up, hits the wiring above the basket, which is out of bounds.
The superstructure?
The superstructure that is. They don't just hold things up here with gum and tape. You know, they've got the actual wiring. See that in other gyms around here as well. And that ball bounces up and catches that wire. It's dead on the spot. Meadowdale basketball. Slower paced second quarter. Beautiful pass down low. Beautiful block, but they're going to say he got contact. That was Jada with the block. His nice pass down low from Malik Robinson. Saw David Jansen cutting to the hoop. Jansen's going to get 2 looks here.
Now, if we put a camera up there and the ball hit the camera, would that be out of bounds then too?
You'd probably be asked to leave.
Yeah.
Ball's going to roll off. Have you thought about it? Todd TV does a little bit of everything, so I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if would Sarah go put that up, or would that be you?
Absolutely. I don't think you want to put this kind of person up on the top of a ladder.
With the girth of Todd Elvik or Steve Willits, that would be a bad idea. Yeah. Jansen missing both free throws. He's 1 for 4 on the game. Costly points as Meadowdale continues to trail by 11. We haven't seen points in a while. Again, we've got 3:40 left in the second quarter. Everett has 4 points in the quarter. Meadowdale 3, and there's a 3 ball that misses badly. And we're going to get a whistle here. See what they're going to call here. Obviously on Everett. Everett now picked up their 7th foul, so Meadowdale's into the bonus. That's kind of crazy. We were talking in the first quarter about how neither team was really a threat to get into the bonus, and then all of a sudden Everett, hand check, foul. They're going to call that one on number 15, Jada, his second actually. And Jansen, who we just talked about, has made another free throw. Now he's 2 for 5 in the game. Here at the pit. By the way, these two teams' girls programs are playing each other tomorrow at the Stable, the other team's gym. That would be Meadowdale High School. That should be a really good game, by the way. There's a nice drive to the basket. Floats one up from outside. Can't get it to fall. Savovic's going to go to the free throw line. He's only got 3 so far tonight, and that was on a 3 ball back in the first quarter.
They had fouls to give in the Cedar Crest game, and it was very interesting because Bobby started having them do fouls at the end of the game because they had fouls to give to slow down Cedar Crest.
Oh.
I hadn't seen that before.
Maybe trying to prevent them from shooting a 3, too, at the end of the game when they're up by 3. I didn't see the broadcast.
Make sure they weren't in the rhythm.
Yeah. So you get that when you earn that privilege when you don't foul during the rest of the half, right? Both free throws for Savovic. He's got 5 points in the game. 31-19 now. Meadowdale, a very improved Meadowdale. Again, rough year for them. Only 3 wins all of last season. They've already got 2 and came really close to getting a couple more. There's a 3 ball up, left it short. Ball bounces around. Kicked out. That was Jada that had it initially. Bloomfield swings it into the corner. Savovic kicks it out. Nice job by Jada. Back to Savovic. They're down to 14 on the shot clock. Both teams continuing to slow the pace. Kanaxis goes up hard, gets the ball knocked away, stays with it. He and Jansen tie each other up, and they're going to say held ball. Possession arrow Everett. And the thing with the possession arrow, it does not restart the shot clock. They're down to 5 seconds here on the clock. Savovic is going to throw it in. Out to Kanaxis, 4 seconds. Down low, nicely done by the Meadowdale defense. Batted away by Robinson. Down on the other end, a block. That was Isaiah Parker denying Hanak Teske's layup there. That ball gets batted out of bounds. 2:30 to go here in the half. Started to talk about it a minute ago. Both of these teams with strong girls programs. Both of these teams' girls programs have played some really tough schedules early on in the season as we get another substitution there. As Makai Kennebrew checks into the game, number 20 for Meadowdale, replacing Tate Lynch. Meadowdale girls lost to Glacier Peak to start off the season, a non-conference game. They've since won 3 or 4 games in a row. Gia Powell having another big season, Audrey Lucas, and a handful of others. Samantha Medina, Peyton Fleshman. That ball gets knocked out of bounds. We'll try it all over again here. Jordan Leith, and I'm sure I'm missing 1 or 2. Ava Powell, I think we mentioned Gia's sister there as well. Really strong team from last year. That ball's blocked. Kanaxis sends it the other way. Here comes Savovic, lays it up. He gets it to go. 33-19. The lead continues to expand. And, of course, Everett, the Washington sisters, back again this year, as well as a handful of other strong players. Lainey Thompson, we talked about her earlier. So, again, that's at the Stable tomorrow night, Meadowdale versus Everett. We encourage fans to get out there and support those ladies. There's a 3 ball, bounces around, comes out. Rebound into the hand of Waldrop Leathers. And we're going to get yet another foul. 8 now on Everett here in the first half. Kanaxis gets called for his first. David Jansen at the line. I think I mentioned Makai Kennebrew came out earlier. That was actually Waldrop Leathers that came out. Now he's back into the game. Teske, Wright, Robinson, Jansen, Waldrop Leathers all on the floor right now for Meadowdale. First shot falls here as we've got a little conference of the officials. And now we're going to get a full timeout. So we'll take a quick break. 1:52 to go in the first half. You're watching STSPN. Can't believe I left my notes. And we are back here with just a little under 2 minutes to go, first half. One more free throw attempt coming up for Meadowdale. Just mentioned who was on the floor for the Mavericks before the timeout. Mohamed Juma on the floor for Everett. He's wearing the number 1. Isaiah White, number 2. You got number 11, Isaiah Parker, number 15, Mo Jada, and out by center court, number 3. Jansen, 3 for 7 from the free throw line tonight. He's the only Meadowdale Maverick player to attempt a free throw. Left that one short. In fact, didn't even catch rim. They're going to blow the whistle. So he's now 3 for 8. Everett 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And a little backcourt press there from the Mavs. Everett able to break it, gets it across. 1:43 to go here in the first half. Trying to avenge a loss from last season. Everett 11-7 in the regular season last year. Had 3 district playoff games. There's a ball that's kicked into the middle of the lane, gets away. Meadowdale with numbers coming down the other side, and there's a pick. Isaiah Parker coming up from behind. Bloomfield into the basket and lays it up and in. Ty Bloomfield, 5 points tonight. 15-point lead for Everett. Everett, who was the number 6 seed going into the district playoffs last year, lost a first-round game to Stanwood, and then beat Marysville-Getchell in the consolation bracket, and then were knocked out by Mount Lake Terrace in the next round. And there's a nice bucket. Malik Robinson, 4 points on the night. Under a minute to go here, first half. Isaiah White taking it all the way, lays it up and in. Unofficially 14 points for White here in the first half. And now we're picking up the pace again. That one's left just a little short. That was Jamin Wright. Everett looking to push. Juma drives the baseline. A nice little floater, rims off, bounces around. Meadowdale with the basket. Here comes Robinson, down low. Wall drop Leathers. He's going to get a second opportunity, and he cashes in. He now has 5 points in the game. 37-24. We're under 20 seconds left. Shot clock is off. The Seagulls want it. They do not. Juma, 3-ball. Back iron bounces right to White. White kicks it out. Bloomfield, 3 in the corner. Bounces around. Tipped up. Is it going to finally come down into the hands of Meadowdale? It does. 2 seconds. 1 second. Shot is up. Does it count if it goes? It's in. They're talking about it. Was it in time? And they're going to say yes. Jalen Wright making things a little more interesting as the official there puts his hands up, signals that the bucket is good.
I would say that's right. Let's watch that.
They're still talking about it out there. They haven't put the points on the board yet. Now, are you lined up there? You are, right? Ooh, I think you are correct. Yep, and they finally put the 3 points up. So give Jalen Wright the 3-ball. That's his second of the game. He's going to take 12 points into the half. And Meadowdale, who was down by 15 points a few minutes ago, cut it to within 10. It's 37-27. We're going to take a break right now. We'll come back here. Maybe we'll try to get something fun going here in a few minutes. Who knows? So stay tuned. We're going to break and then come back and enjoy ourselves. It is 37-27 in favor of Everett. You are watching STSPN.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
Full practice, Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract.
Here on a team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Come with us. The new generation. The next level. Sending it big.
You're in for a good run. Let's go.
Come with us to the track, to the trails, to the slopes, to the surf, to the fight, to the race. Look at this! To the 4 a.m. starts, training harder, pushing further, hitting back, hard.
you. You better pray for it. I put that thing on you. You ever play with it?
To the fans, to the followers, and the haters.
But it doesn't matter.
Come with us. To the blood. To the sweat. And the broken bones. Cue rehab. We never quit. We never give up. We take control. To the world titles. To the world's first. The world's best.
UFC strawweight champion.
Ready? Come with us. We're just getting started.
It's going to be so much fun. I promise you.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
You have to be a good individual first before you can be a good team player. I know for a fact how bad Hell Week is. I went through it a couple times. It's probably the most brutal military training anybody can go through. So everybody to my left and everybody to my right, they've been through this. So I know mentally, these individuals are extremely hard. And when stuff gets bad and, in any situation, I know these guys have my back.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract taken on him.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else on the boats.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Plumbing technicians and apprentices, working together, learning together, masters of the craft, passing on their skills and knowledge for the trade.
I'm Gene Jr., and we are growing fast. As one of the senior techs, I really enjoy sharing and teaching, really because I'm selfish and it makes me feel good.
Getting paid to teach and learn valuable skills that can support your life, family, and dreams.
Hi, I'm Renee. I'm an apprentice, and I like to learn from all these different plumbers. I want to be a plumber to provide a good lifestyle for myself and for my future dreams.
You may have heard the phrase, the early bird gets the worm. Well, at Bickford Ford, the early bird gets the worm.
We're back. Welcome back to the pit here at Everett High School. Let's get you some quick halftime numbers here as we get ready for the second half of play. Everett Seagulls leading Meadowdale by a score of 37-27. Everett outscoring Meadowdale 25-15 in the first quarter. Both teams with 12 points in the second quarter. Only 4 players scoring thus far for Everett. 14 for Isaiah White, 11 for Hayden Kanaxis, 7 for Danny Savovic, and 5 for Ty Bloomfield. Meadowdale with only 5-point scores. Jamin Wright with 12. Devin Waldrop Leathers with 5. 4 for Malik Robinson, 3 for Hanak Teske, and 3 for David Jansen. And here we go, second half action. 3 ball up for Meadowdale, trying to cut it down to within single digits. They can't do it. Everett storming down to the other side of the floor. White with the basketball. As for a quick moment there, Kanaxis went through backdoor, did not have an opportunity to give it to him. Nice job by Meadowdale on the defensive side. Kanaxis, top of the lane there. Little double team. Jansen gets an arm up, forces him to throw up a shot that's just a wee bit off there to the right. Meadowdale wasting no time. Coming back on the other end there, Kanaxis knocks the pass out of bounds. As Malik Robinson trying to push it from the right side of the baseline to the left. Shot clock at 23. Still looking for our first points here in the second half. Don't forget, after the game, we will name our player of the game, and told each coach, if your team wins, we'd love to have your whole team up here. So we might have a little fun with the post-game interview. See who ends up
That'll be interesting.
having that honor. We haven't done that in a while, right? Ooh, there's a 3-ball from deep downtown.
You're famous for that.
It does not go in as Jamin Wright. Yeah, the last time we did one, I think, was with these Everett Seagulls. Nice job by Savovic to drive the baseline. Can't get it to fall, however. Still looking for our first points here in the second half. 1:18 in. Happy holidays to everyone out there listening right now, whether you're a fan of the Mavs or the Gulls. And there's a hand check. First foul here in the second half, and they're going to call that one on number 15. That would be Mo Jada. Jada, the 6'5" junior wing And he's got a wingspan, too. Enough to catch a Meadowdale player for a foul there, down low. Nice job by Waldrop Leathers, kicks it out. Little underhand scoop, can't find the mark. That was Jamin Wright with the attempt. White on the other end, kicks it out. That ball was tipped, I believe. Not going to be an over or back violation since the ball was touched by a Meadowdale player. Down into the corner, baseline. Bloomfield, open three, off the rim. Nice job by Meadowdale. They're looking to push now. Waldrop Leathers kicks it out. I think that might have caught the foot of Teske. It did. Fortunately for them, Malik Robinson able to keep it. Bloomfield falls down. Robinson floats one up, leaves it short. Bloomfield on the other end. Driving into the lane, kicks it out to White. Savovic with the ball. Thinks about a three, gonna put one up. Off the back iron, nice job by Canaxis. He gets the board, tries to go right back up, it's stolen. Right to Teske, back to right. Floats one up and leaves it short. The iron unkind on both ends. Bloomfield, nice underhand pass. Laying it up and in, Isaiah White. And we finally have points here in the second half. It took us almost 3 minutes. 39-27. Ball being worked around right now. Jansen kicks it out into the corner. Teske with an open look, hits it. And Bobby Thompson decides he wants to take a timeout. Again, both teams struggling here. 3 minutes and 2 seconds into the second half. We've only gotten one bucket from each team. Todd, are we taking a break?
Sure, we'll take a quick 17-second break.
Let's take a 17-second break. We'll be right back. Hey, 17 seconds of penguins and snowmen. I'm down with that on December 12th.
Yeah.
12-12-22. Todd Ilvik pulling out all the stops here. Happy holidays, Todd. Happy holidays, Sarah.
Absolutely.
And to the folks in the big red truck outside.
Yes, that's right.
Making everything happen. The Elviks, the hardest working duo in Snohomish County sports. And that's saying something. Savovic lays it up and in. He's got 9 points on the game now. 41-30, and whatever Bobby Thompson told them during the timeout, it worked. A little press going here as Meadowdale's able to get it across the line. Long three ball, just off the front iron. That was Robinson. Bloomfield with the ball on the other end for Everett. Tries to sneak it into Canaxis. It is taken away. Here comes Robinson. Lays it up and in.
That was smart right there because you saw he was going to go up and slam it. And he thought, no, points are probably better in case I miss it.
I had to catch my breath there for a minute. I was about ready to call a slam, and then all of a sudden I said, nope, not quite. There's a nice play there. Savovic, he's got 4 points in the half, 11 for the game. 3 players now for Everett in double digits, and they've only got 43 for the game. We'll drive along the left side there. 11-point deficit. Meadowdale looking to get within singles. And there's a block and there's a foul. Jada gets called for it, I believe. That is his 4th foul. Yes, it is. They just put the 4th foul up on the board. A shooting foul. So, again, Jansen going back to the line. The only Meadowdale Maverick player tonight that has shot free throws. He's 3 for 8 thus far. Gets the first one to go. By the way, I talked about how both of these coaches were alums. And we've got a player checking in for Everett. As we mentioned, Jada probably going to the bench with 4 fouls, and he does. So Avery Thompson coming back in. These two guys could play basketball, too, by the way. Bobby helped lead Everett to a 5th place in state in 1995, and that one goes. So Jansen now 5 for 10 at the free throw line, gets himself back to the 50% mark. I'm sure he'd like to even be better. Bobby Thompson, back in the day, led Everett, and there we go. Canaxis down low, hands all over him, and they finally blow the whistle. And he's going to go to the free throw line. Fellows on number 12, Robinson, his 2nd. Thompson eventually ended up at the University of Maine at Fort Kent. That's an NAIA school. Played college ball there. Sister Jeannie was also a Good ball player back in her day and was the coach here for a short time. Now she's over at Everett Community College as Canaxis floats that one in. Canaxis' first point since the first quarter. He had 11 in that quarter. Sinks them both, 13 points for the game now. And then Roger, who graduated back in 08, 09, 18-4 his senior year. There's a nice floater, 14-footer from Robinson. He's got 8 points tonight. 9-point game again. Meadowdale keeping this thing interesting. O'Neill ended up playing at St. Martin's down in Lacey, and I think at one time was one of their all-time assist leaders. Really good point guard down there. That ball's blocked. Sent back out. Here comes Meadowdale trying to get it down to within 7. They put one up, leaves it short. That was Teskay. In fact, we were talking to both Bobby Thompson and Roger O'Neill before the game. The two of them known each other for quite some time. There's a steal by Jansen, one-on-one with Canaxis. Tries for the layup, gets fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line. Chance to cut into that 9-point Gulls lead right now. Jansen, just give him a permanent parking spot there at the free throw line. He's been there all night. Good foul by Canaxis, though. Didn't give him the easy bucket. He's going to make him earn it.
6'7". I mean, that guy's.
Canaxis only with 2 fouls, by the way. And look at that. That pays off already. Just missed one. Yeah, it's a little bit tall, right?
Nice. Wow.
And they got a couple of tall guys there. Jansen's 6'5", Canaxis is 6'7", so the big body's going at it on that breakaway. And there's one that's up and in. Whistle there is checking into the game for Meadowdale, number 21, Nolan Million. Jansen with yet another free throw, 3 for 4 in the half. Was talking to Roger about some of his assistants before the game. Chad McGuire, he's been a longtime coach in the Edmond School District, head coach once upon a time at Meadowdale. Nice little dribble around there. Shot clock down to 15 right now. Meadowdale playing some pressure defense. Canaxis, right baseline. Up, and then he goes back down low. Leaves it a little bit short. Rebound coming down into the hands of Jamin Wright. And Meadowdale could really make this thing interesting now. And that ball is almost stolen from White. Wright keeps it, floats it up, back iron, gets his own board, spin move, back up and in. Jamin Wright, 14 points in the game. It's a 6-point game, folks. White almost lets that one get away. Savovic's going to slow it down a little. He gets his pocket picked. Robinson taking it himself, lays it up, leaves it off the front iron there. Had a chance to get it within 4. Savovic on the other end. Finds Canaxis coming into the lane. Underhand layup, good. Canaxis with 15 points. Savovic very unselfishly giving that ball up. Seeing that his partner in crime there had a better look than he did. At least more of an open lane. Right, 3 up. Bounces off the rim. Rebound for Canaxis. Everett trying to get this thing back up to double digits. Down the floor, leading by 8. 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. There's a 3-ball. Savovic up and in. Count it. Danny's got 7 points here in the quarter, 14 for the game. Everett's lead now back out to 11 again. Wall drop Leathers, kicks it out. White almost with a steal. Right. Little
Euro step,
kind of little shimmy there. Ooh, that one goes off the backboard. That was a pass, not a shot. It's going to go out of bounds. I was talking to Roger O'Neill about some of his coaches. He's got one coach, Tim Sellereet, who graduated from Bellingham in 2002. Apparently Tim's not here tonight. He had a work function, but Tim's last game as a high school player was in I think it was a district playoff game. Bellingham lost at the buzzer to Meadowdale. And I guess the guys don't let him forget about it either. There's White. He's going to throw it down with one hand. Isaiah White says, look what I can do. 18 points here in the game, 13-point lead, and there's a replay. White, by the way, his brother Jaden, who was one of the top hammer throwers in the nation at the University of Washington, he's here in attendance tonight. 3 balls up, misses. Tate Lynch with a rebound, kicks it out to Wright. We got a whistle. Does the basket count? It does. 3 ball is good, and is he going to have a chance to shoot for a fourth? I believe he will. Jamin Wright, third 3 of the night for him. He's got 17 points as Avery Thompson fouls him on the play. That's Thompson's 3rd foul. 9 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, and if Wright makes this, we've got a 9-point game again. Meadowdale does not want to go away. 6 points for Wright here in the 3rd quarter. We're down to 5 seconds. White into the lane, finger roll, whistle blows, and they're going to call a block against Meadowdale. Jansen with his first foul of the night with 3 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jaden, Isaiah's brother, Isaiah's at the line right now. Jaden was a track and field state champion here at Everett High School, and I think he finished 10th in the nation in the hammer throw last year for the University of Washington. He's watching the game up above, standing along the railing over there. Had a chance to check in with him before the game a few minutes ago. Maybe put him on camera there at some point. He's up there in the corner watching little brother play. There's the next free throw. It's up and in. 10-point game, 2 seconds to go. Lynch is going to fire from half court. Off the top of the backboard, and we are through 3 quarters of play. We still got a game here, folks. Everett 53, Meadowdale 43. You're watching STSPN.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We at Gene Johnson are here and ready to help with our touch-free service. Being clean and safe are at the top of our minds. We're using gloves, masks, shoe covers, and lots of hand sanitizer. Our software allows us to get your approval without any physical contact. We hope you don't need us, but if you do, we're ready. Gene Johnson, clean, on time, and professional.
And thank you to our friends at Gene Johnson Plumbing and Heating, as well as all of the sponsors that are making these broadcasts possible. Todd Elvick, where are you guys at next, by the way?
I believe.
Kanaxis into the lane.
Doublehead.
Is that going to count? It will. Hayden Kanaxis draws contact, gets the bucket. Everett trying to pull away again. A little cat-mouse game. Every time Everett goes on a run, Meadowdale seems to match it. Kanaxis unofficially with 17 on the night. Came into the game averaging around 11 this year so far in 4 games, and there's another bucket right there. Everett, by the way, on the road at Linwood on Friday night. They then go to Seattle Prep. That's always a tough game. They finished in the top 5 in the state last year. That's on Monday. Here comes Everett one more time. Isaiah White, contact. Are they going to say it happened before the shot? Yes. If Isaiah White, I'm combining 2 guys to make a super player there. Yeah. Hayden Kanaxis and Isaiah White, if only, right? They're both pretty good on their own. If Isaiah White were playing in the NBA, he'd be shooting for the 3-point play right now, but he's not. So they're going to call that one before the shot as Malik Robinson picks up his 3rd foul. Each team now with 4 fouls in the half. So Everett with a couple of road games coming up. Their next home game is 8 days from now, Tuesday, December 20th, right here against Edmonds Woodway. Robert Brown bringing his squad to the pit. Meadowdale's next game is a home game against Nick Brown and his Arlington Eagles, and there's a 3-ball. Count it! Fans get a little excited there now. They got a 16-point lead trying to pull away. That was Mauricio Garcia Luna with his first bucket of the game. Down low, Jansen gets it, lays it in. Nicely done. Jansen, by the way, for all the work he's done tonight, that's his first field goal of the game. Go along with his 6 free throws. He now has 8 points on the night. White out to Garcia Luna. Kanaxis going to try the 3. A little bit too far to the left there. Looked like a knuckleball too. Jansen from the corner. Bounces off the rim and over. Picked up by White. He'll push it down the other side. Garcia Luna driving hard to the hole. Draws contact. We'll see if they're going to say that was in the act of shooting. They do not, as Danny Savovic checks back in for Everett. So Meadowdale playing Arlington on Friday night. There's a 3-ball up from Savovic. Misses it. Garcia Luna with the rebound to Canaxis. Back to Garcia Luna. Fires up a 3 off the backboard. I don't even know that caught rim. And we're going to get a push-off on the play. Called on Isaiah White as he was trying to get the offensive board. 6:35 to go. And what do we have? The schedule here. Okay, so coming up on Wednesday night, you got Monroe boys, right?
Yep.
At Snohomish. And then on Friday, you've got Glacier Peak playing who? I see Glacier.
Ferndale.
Oh, Ferndale, okay. 3-ball up.
And then 2 consecutive days at Jackson.
Nicely done. I saw Jackson for the first time the other night this year. Timeout called by Everett. Snohomish and Glacier Peak, by the way, both with new head coaches this year.
Yeah, well,
something you don't see very often for those two schools.
There was a historic Snohomish win over Glacier Peak.
Yeah, first time ever, I think, for the boys basketball program, right? So nice job by
with the ex-principal from Glacier Peak,
who's now the head coach.
Who's an alum from
Snohomish,
Larson.
Yep. Larson, he decided he did not want to be the principal anymore. He wanted to get back into teaching and coaching. So he gave up his principal job at Glacier Peak to become a teacher and the head coach at Snohomish. And then I think Steve McGarry, who was on the GP bench for a long time, took over for Brian Hunter. McGarry, by the way, used to be the CEO at Stevens Hospital.
No kidding.
Yeah, about 15 years ago. And when he stepped aside to do that, from doing that, he actually was a assistant coach for Mount Lake Terrace's football program for a while, and got to hang out with him a few times during those days. And it's good to hang out with a former CEO of a hospital. Sometimes they pick up the tab when you're out having a Coke or two after the game.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I would agree with that one.
Yeah, you see, it seems to be working. So far, so good. I think both gentlemen are excited about their new jobs, and I think the schools are as well. Panthers getting that win, and they took a tough one on the chin the other night against Arlington. Though.
Oh yeah, Arlington had their way with them.
Leighton Martin, who good to see him, by the way. He's a sophomore guard over at Arlington. His brother Ethan was a star there up until he graduated last year. Martin broke his arm playing football this year as the quarterback, and wasn't sure he was going to play this year. Well, he came out and had like 6 threes the other night against Snohomish, so I guess he's back. Meadowdale will get to see that on Friday night. He'll be at the stable. Canaxis going long for the 3. Trying to get the rebound there. That was number 11, Isaiah Parker. He gets fouled, I think, in the process. Foul's going to be called on number 20, Waldrop Leathers. Yeah, went down to the showcase that was at Highline College on Saturday. A lot of Wesco basketball teams down there. We had a few of them on the Prep Sports Weekly show earlier tonight. Shameless plug there if anybody wants to go listen to some interviews.
I didn't know you could get those two fit in the same day.
Yeah, it's weird. I was in 2 places at once tonight on the radio and here. There's a nice little drive right along the baseline as Ty Bloomfield gets his first points since the first quarter. He's got 7 unofficially for the game, 16-point lead again. Had a chance to watch Mariner and Jackson down there. Nice drive along the baseline. Ball's blocked. Here comes Everett one more time. Savovic slows it down a little bit. Everett looking for their 2nd straight win. Everett's going to have a lot of wins this year, I think. This team is looking really sharp. I know they got off to a little bit of a rough start, as sometimes teams do at the beginning of the season, but definitely you can start to see the components that make them so good. That ball was tipped around. Nice job. As Malik Robinson going to drive into the lane. Left-hand finger roll. Good. Robinson now with 10 points on the night. And Roger O'Neill decides he wants a full timeout. We'll take a break. Don't forget to stick around after the game. We're hoping to have the entire Seagull team up here if they win. We'll find out if that's going to be the case. You're watching STSPN. 4:59 to go here. Everett with a 14-point lead. I almost showed my Mount Lake Terrace math. Almost gave the wrong number there. 61-47. I can do that one, Todd. I promise. Seagulls with the lead and the basketball. White gets that one knocked away by Jamin Wright. So again, we've talking about Everett and being one of the favorites. Meadowdale, and I mentioned this during the first quarter, vastly improved. Rough year for Coach O'Neill and the guys last year, and that ball's going to go off of White's fingertips. They're 2-3 so far this year, but as we mentioned earlier, 2 of those losses, the last 2 games, by a combined total of 5 points. Played Monroe within 3, and Monroe beat him by, I think, 25 last year. Thought about taking the shot there, kicks it back out. That's Wright with the basketball. Drives in, throws it out, left corner, 3-ball up, missed. That's Teske, got his own rebound and then threw it away. Isaiah White with the basketball. Slowing things down just for a brief moment there. Finally decides to set the offense. Good to have basketball back. This is going to be a fun season in Wesco. All over Wesco, by the way. We
absolutely
mentioned seeing Jackson and Mariner the other night, both looking good. Kamiak, I think, had some sickness go through their program earlier in the season. I think they seem to be healthy again, or they were missing like 4 guys for a game earlier this year. And we're going to get a 1-on-1 from Savovic.
That's why we love coming here to Everett, because we're up here on the track,
and
we're not down in the crowd where there's all the flu.
A good point. I didn't think about it like that. For a minute, I was like, wait, I like the crowd. But now that you mention it, yeah, tis the season, right? Savovic gets the first one to go. Got him down to his 15 points on the night. Although I did get my shot, so I'm feeling a little more confident. I hear the shot's working pretty well this year for
That's
Flu.
what I heard, too.
Yeah.
And I've got mine.
Got mine a few weeks ago, so knock on wood. Got to have them when I'm in schools all day long. So
yeah,
here we
you
go.
Probably have a pretty good resistance going.
Log 3. Maybe that's the case. I hope so. It's working so far. 3:45 to go here in the game. White using those Euro steps. Misses it, but Canaxis is there to clean the glass. Got him right now at 20 points for the game. Jansen on the other end. Canaxis getting it done on both sides. Gets the bucket on one, gets the block on the other. 18-point lead. And the fans that are here in the pit tonight enjoying themselves a nice game as White throws that one away. Bloomfield goes cutting towards the hoop, and I think White thought he was going to stay put. Not a huge crowd tonight, but it is a Monday. It's a holiday season. Got a lot of things going on around here these days.
And they've got this side open, so a lot of times this side's closed, and so when you see the other side, it's full.
And, of course, everybody knows that the game's on STSPN tonight, and why would you not want to watch us?
Well,
okay, that's probably not the case, but it sounds cool.
We're not promoting staying home.
No, that's true. That's true. We don't want to do that. Yeah, come to the game and then watch it the next day too, right?
Yeah, that's the best way because then you can do replay.
I think it has more to do with a Monday night and everybody's just busy for the holiday season more than anything. We know that the crowds can be really great here, and we've seen it plenty of times in the past, and we'll see it in the future as well.
Well, yeah, and they get the little sound effects of the seagull going. You heard that here?
I don't know that I've heard that yet.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good.
That must be new then. I didn't hear that a couple years ago. And there's a nice little 8-footer off the backboard there. That's Simon Paulos getting his first bucket of the night from Meadowdale, the 6'1" senior. 65-49. There's an underhand layup. Misses it. White comes in with a rebound. Tips it up, misses, tries to tip it again, can't get it to go. David Jansen, who's been all over the place, gets the rebound, kicks it over to Waldrop Leathers. He misses. Nice little hustle there by Jansen. Trying to determine who touched it last. They're going to say Jansen did. Yeah, we're looking at the schedule here. We kind of looked at the next couple weeks, but really when you start to look ahead, Everett's got that home game on December 20th against Edmonds Woodway. They don't have another home game until Thursday, January 5th. Four home games scheduled in the month of January, so hopefully folks will get out and enjoy those games.
Yeah, well, we've got 2 more Everett
you
games. We've got Merrifield Pilchuck January 5th, and we've got
you got Monroe Snohomish
Stanwood Everett on January 10th.
Monroe Snohomish on Wednesday, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. That should be a good one.
Yeah, Steve Coonley and the crew there coming over to the Pantherville, take on Snohomish. And then you've got Ferndale, Glacier Peak. Ferndale's been struggling a little bit this year, but
so is Glacier Peak.
So is Glacier Peak at times, so we'll see. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to put that after I got into that little.
Well, and Hunter,
he's earned it. He's worked hard over these.
Absolutely, and he's a baller.
Hunter could play back in the day.
Yeah.
Never saw him play, but I've heard good things.
We like to record him before games because he likes to try and shoot threes.
Oh, okay.
And then we replay that during the game.
Well, and I should point out, I didn't mention this earlier, and Bobby Thompson, the head coach of Everett, when I was talking with him and Roger O'Neill earlier, they were talking. Roger still plays in a men's league, a pretty competitive one in Mount Lake Terrace. He plays for the. Here we go, little layup there. I shouldn't say a little layup, a hard foul layup. He's gonna have to earn his points there. That's number 15, Simon Paulos. Roger plays for the Edmonds Pancake House. That's the team he plays for, and they won that. I mean, it's a very competitive men's league, by the way. Says they took the ship this summer, so
love that.
I go, do you play with all your old teammates? He's like, oh, I'm playing for the Edmonds Pancake House. It's H-A-U-S, by the way, in case you're wondering, not H-O-U-S-E.
Actually, no.
They're not even paying us, and I just gave them a nice little plug, but why not?
Yeah, absolutely. We're community oriented.
Because I guess Roger was talking about playing some 3-on-3, and he was trying to get Bobby to come out and play. These guys can still hoop. Get a little change up there. I've stopped talking about the game now. It's one of those. 2 minutes to go, and we're talking about the.
Which side's the ball on? Yeah.
Talking about the Pancake House. Talking about Roger O'Neill playing in a competitive men's league. There's another shot that's up and falls out. Says he plays in a 3-on-3 league in the summer. And Savovic playing the point now. Comes into the lane. As it's just a matter of time now, 84 seconds left. I'm hoping that they bring them all up here. You got room for us up here? There we go. Nice play. We got to give a shout out. Sam Lawless, the sophomore post, getting into the action. Gets his first points of the night. Get the young guys in here. Nice job by Lynch. A little bit of a off-balance shot there. That's Cameron McCormick in the game right now. McCormick, a pretty good little football player, too. Under a minute to go. Foregone conclusion here. We know Everett's going to win just by a matter of how much. Savovic decides to pull up from the free throw line. He misses. Offensive board. That's number 12, Ben Harrington. He's getting his first action, the junior wing. So again, Wednesday night, Monroe and Snohomish right here on STSPN. Friday night, Ferndale, Glacier Peak. Those are boys' games. Harrington leaves that one short. Meadowdale comes away with a rebound. And we are looking at a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Can Meadowdale get to 50? We're going to try it right here. Shot left a little short. That was Noah Million, and Everett's going to dribble this one out and take their second consecutive victory here. They're going to improve to 2-3 on the year. More importantly, 2-1 in conference. Meadowdale dropping to 2-4 on the season overall, 0-3 in conference play. Your final score tonight, Everett 67, Meadowdale 49. Are we going to take a break while we try to get these guys up here?
We are.
Do not go anywhere. We've got our Player of the Game award to be given out, and hopefully we'll get some fun interviews coming up next on STSPN.
You may have heard the phrase, the early bird gets the worm. Well, at Bickford Ford, the early bird gets first crack at the new 2023 Fords. Right now, order a new 2023 Ford F-150 and move to the front of the line for America's #1 truck for the last 45 years. Or start your order on the 2023 Ranger, Edge, Bronco Sport, or Explorer. Washington's #1 volume Ford dealership. Bickford Ford. on Bickford Avenue.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
SWCC is an acronym, and it stands for Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewman.
You know, you can stand across from the guy and say, you know what, he's got your back. And, you know, that's the guy you're counting on. If something goes wrong, he's going to be there.
In the end, we're fighting for each other.
This is Witch Doctor requesting immediate hot extract.
Here on the team, about 22 of us on the boat. You know them personally, so you know exactly whose life you have in your hands.
Everyone's come together, and everyone's sole mission is to do their job individually as best they can to benefit everyone else in the boat.
I got a brotherhood, and it's a real brotherhood, and it's a loyal and honest brotherhood, and that's what matters.
Look at this. Once again, the Everett Seagulls defeating the Meadowdale Mavericks 67-49. Why bring one guy up when you can bring a whole team of guys up here? Here's your winners tonight. How are we doing, guys? How are we feeling right now? Excellent. Well, let's go ahead and get some names out here. I guess we'll just pass around the mic, right? I won't buy it, I promise, so come on up here. Give us a few names.
My name is Ben Harrington. My name is Mohammed Juma.
Come on up here, guys. I don't have a cord that stretches any.
Parker.
Aiden Canaxis.
Isaiah White.
Daniel Savovich.
Mauricio Garcia Luna.
Ty Bloomfield.
Get the guys in the back here. Come on up.
Avery Thompson.
Try not to hit Mr. Juma in the face there.
Sam Wallace.
Jacob Taft.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this game tonight. First of all, I think we'll start off with Mr. Isaiah White. Where are you at here, Isaiah? Isaiah, nice big first quarter for you. You got things going. You get a bucket. You get a steal right away. And you seem to get it going. And then Hayden, we were talking about it about midway more than that, but talk about getting your game going here in the first quarter tonight.
Yeah, I've been struggling shooting the ball a little bit this year so far, and I think my teammates been setting me up pretty good this game, and that was really important for me to get myself going this year. So yeah.
And Danny, where's Danny at here? Danny, right there. There we go. First team All Westco last year. You come through, I think, unofficially with 16 tonight. You guys have big expectations this year. There's been a lot that's put on your shoulders. You guys went 11-7 during the regular season last year. A lot of guys coming back. You get off to a little bit of a rough start here this season. But all of a sudden now you got 2 victories and a really convincing win tonight. For you guys as a team, how important was it to have a game like this evening?
Really, like they were talking about, setting the tone and just taking it one game at a time. Building back from that rough start and really just meeting our own expectations as we go through the season.
Mm-hmm. And we got Ty around here somewhere, right? Where's Ty at? Ty had 25 points the other night. It seems like there's a handful of guys that can score on any given night. These 3 guys over here had the majority of the points tonight. It was you the last game. What is it like to have a team like this where on any given time, any given moment, different guys can kind of take over?
I just think that anyone can get a bucket at any time. So when you go in the game, you just got to be ready and yeah.
We've got Mr. Juma right here, Mohammed. What's it like playing with these? Oh, why do you step up here? We got to get you on camera here. Why do you get all the applause when these guys? When I interviewed them, they didn't get as much of a woohoo.
I don't know, man. I guess I'm just a team favorite, It's a really good feeling, man. I mean, I love it. Yeah. Cool.
How much are you enjoying playing with these guys this year?
I love it, man. It's just like my second family. I went to Maine with these guys, so it's just like a brotherhood all the time. So.
Is it tough to get the ball enough? I mean, obviously with so many different scorers.
We got so many scores. We have like about 4 or 5 of them. They could just get a bucket anytime, you know. So just gotta stay ready. And if I get one, then I'm gonna shoot it. You know, I'm pulling it. So.
Yeah. Isaiah Parker, same question for you. I mean, again, with so many different guys to get buckets here and the ball needing to go around and get distributed. What's it been like for you playing with these guys? Obviously, you've had your moments too.
Yeah. Just like we're just hustling out here together. We're just all working hard, and like. It's not about scoring for every single one of us. Like, we all have our nights, and we're all going to work hard.
And where's Avery at? Avery, how is it playing with Dad?
I don't know. Sometimes he's kind of annoying, but I don't know. I love it. I think he's always been my coach, so it's nice to, like, finally be able to have him as my coach in high school and, like, I don't know, see him succeeding as a coach, and then just being able to, like, be there for him is fun. So yeah.
Fair to say you're a legacy kid. So you've been coming probably to this gym since you could remember. Am I correct in assuming that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what does it mean to wear that Gulls uniform?
I don't know. It's like my grandma went here, both my aunt and my dad and my mom all went here. So I think that it's just kind of, it's always been the family, and it's like really important. So it's pretty cool to be able to come back, and yeah.
It's cool. So you guys excited about the season overall?
Yep.
What are you looking forward to the most this season?
Going to the Dome.
Going to the do you guys allow yourselves to have that? I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to step up and take that question. Do you guys allow yourselves to have that those conversations?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. Like I said, meeting our expectations. We got high aspirations this year with the talent and the amount we're working.
Are the expectations written down on paper, or is it just something you kind of it's implied?
It's a collective belief in each other.
Okay. And have you guys been working hard for this all off season? Is it fair to assume that this is you seem like you're all pretty tight. You guys all walked up here as a group, you kind of all having fun at the same time. Is it fair to say this group likes playing with one another?
Absolutely. We went to Maine together. We did 5:30 workouts in the morning together. We did all that together. So we're a big family.
Awesome. Big family, big victory tonight. What's that? Yeah, I don't know why I keep talking into one, do I? I already have one there. There we go. That's very true. Well, guys, we're going to let you go and enjoy this one. Thank you all for coming up here tonight. Appreciate you. 2-3 on the season. Big things to come. By the way, I almost feel like we had to flip a coin tonight on this one. I have a feeling you'll have other opportunities, but Isaiah got you guys off to the hot start, so if you guys don't mind, I think we're going to give him the player of the game shirt. There you go. Not the first time I've handed over a shirt to a member of the White family. We mentioned Brother Jaden, state champion, and we've had him on KRKO a few times. By the way, big brother in the house tonight. What's it like to have him watch you?
It's amazing. You know, he's a big role model to me, so just having him come and support me is a really big deal to me. So.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to get a picture. We'll have Isaiah hold that up, have his teammates there maybe surround him there while he holds it up for the picture, for the camera. And, of course, Juma front and center there gets all the applause. So the team favorite, as we found out. Great picture there. Adrenaline Fundraising. We want to thank them as always. 67-49. Gentlemen, thank you very much for the interview. Congratulations. Best wishes this season. Seagulls getting it done on the floor, coming up here having some fun with us. Happy holidays to you guys. We'll talk to you next time. So again, final score 67-49. There they go. They're walking away. They're happy. I can hear them enjoying this as they go. Place clearing out. Todd, it's always fun to see the big circle at the end there too, and we certainly enjoyed having them. So we're going to sign off for now. Again, Wednesday night, tune back in, 7:15 start time. It is Monroe at Snohomish, boys basketball. And then on Friday, Ferndale at Glacier Peak, also boys basketball. Plenty of action coming at you at STSPN all season long. For Todd Elvick, for Sarah Elvick, for all the folks out in the big red truck outside, I am Steve Willits. Your final score once again, the Everett Seagulls 67, the Meadowdale Mavericks 49. Happy holidays and have a good night.